Alright. What's going on, everybody? It's Davy the Butcher here.
With your boy Mazzi, what's up?
And... Go ahead.
It is I, the Wolcamophone. That's not my intro, don't ever do that again.
And, yeah, we got in contact with Wolcamophone again. On this dimension calling device. I don't know what it's called.
How they do it, I will never know.
The technology is really, really complicated in this dimension. So...
And also I have a guitar and I'm going to be annoying throughout the whole podcast.
Okay.
So, we're in the 1970s. And I believe, wasn't that when the music was super good?
Yeah, like the Beatles and the Grateful Dead. You know, Led
The
Zeppelin.
Beatles broke up in the 70s.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I didn't know that. Well, the
The
Grateful
Beatles were
Dead.
more 60s.
Pink Floyd, I think.
Pink Floyd, yeah.
You know, all that good hippie stuff.
Yeah. So... I could probably see... I'm guessing you're in 1970s because of the music?
I kind of wanted to, just see all the protests, I guess.
Interesting.
Just like riots, it's fun.
Yeah. So who is your favorite band from the 70s?
It's on the tip of my tongue. Okay, right now, probably Pink Floyd.
Pink Floyd? It's cool.
Or like, I think was the Police in the 70s?
Yeah.
Probably them. Or Santana.
The Police had a few funky songs. A lot of their songs involved older guys on women something, I don't know.
I don't know, there's like I like funk a lot.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty groovy.
Yeah. No, I've never been into that groovy stuff.
I remember like, in the beginning of the year, like all I listened to was like that type of stuff for some reason. Like I listened to like lo-fi, funk, whatever. It was a weird phase.
The Funk Soul Brother. No, I'm just kidding.
Shit.
I'm guessing you robbed a guitar in the 1970s, didn't you?
Sure. I mean, I bought this one recently. It's probably the fruitiest guitar ever. It's an Epiphone, and it's baby blue, and it's shaped like a whatever is the fruitiest looking guitar ever. Just like the cheapest one you could grab off the shelf.
Huh. Interesting.
And it actually feels really good because, differing from my acoustic which I bought, the acoustic I have, the strings on it feel like steel, like hot steel trying to like press them for too long. But this one, it's like way smoother and like the strings are raised more. And also you can do that flying better.
Yeah,
I don't know if you guys can hear it as well on your end, but on my acoustic you couldn't even do that. You could, but it sounded goofy, like you didn't know what you're doing with this one.
Alright, so you bought a guitar in 1970.
Yeah, sure.
Where'd you get the
I
money?
accommodated one.
Where'd you get the money for it?
Stock market internet.
But there is no internet in the 70s.
I mean, time travel is possible if you guys are doing that.
Well, maybe it is in the dimension he's in right now.
Yeah, what dimension are you in?
If I knew, I wouldn't be wandering so much.
Yeah, it's incredible you would contact someone from a different dimension. And plus, when it's dimension calling, the audio may not be as good.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
So maybe that's why I hear a little echoing in the call.
I feel like I'm dressed from the 70s with my... I feel like I wore this on a good day. Like, I got some green Tommy chinos. You know, they probably wore, like, green pants all the time in the 70s.
Yeah. Yeah, you were ready for this podcast.
Yeah. And before I came here, I had an Impossible Burger. That was, like, the first, like, vegan burger I've ever had. It was kind of, like, very good.
Yeah.
First vegan.
Oh yeah, I just remembered.
First X'd it out. What?
No, I just remembered. I left you in the 1990s. Because remember you malfunctioned the time machine again?
Oh, yeah.
We weren't feeling so good, and then, like, I ended up in the 1980s, and you were left, I guess, I don't know where you went, but I was in the 1980s. I found Mike.
I went to Spice!
I found Mike and Luke, and we were in the 80s. And I was thinking for a sec, should I really get Mazzi? I mean, he keeps screwing things up, but then, like, I'm like, nah, I can't do that. He's like one of my best friends. So I went back and got you, and now we're here in the 1970s. That's how the whole story happened. But if you want to keep going back to the past with me, or I could send you back to the present time in our dimension.
I'd be down.
If you're getting antsy about it.
I'd be kind of scared to see, like, the future. Like, you might see when the world ends.
Yeah.
I'd be kind of like, what if you had the knowledge of when the world ends? That'd be kind of, like, scary.
Yeah, that'd be scary. Only God knows that.
Yeah.
But,
I feel like last time it turned into a cooking show, and now it's just like a musical podcast.
yeah. But the 1970s had some music in it, so it's fitting, I guess.
Yeah.
So, I'm perfectly fine with this, but the cooking, yeah, that was annoying. If you wanted to tell me we were going to talk about cooking, you should have made it Davy and Mazzi's cooking podcast. It was supposed to be about time travel, but no, it's all about like, oh, what's in your McDonald's? Oh, what's in, where'd you kill this cow to get this meat? I hope he's not too loud.
Yeah, me too.
Sorry, I was trying to learn to play Ocean Man.
Wait, for real?
Yeah.
Ocean Man.
Take me by the hand, lead me to the land that you understand.
That was a great Vaporwave song.
Yeah. That reminds me of the 2017 a lot. Of that time when we all went to the dunes.
Oh yeah, that was pretty lit.
Yeah, we went climbing on that big, what was it, mountain or hill? That's
I went
fun.
there for my brother's birthday again.
Oh, sweet.
It's pretty lit.
I haven't really been on vacation for a while. There's been a lot of stuff going on lately. But we're planning on going to the Smokies in April.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yeah.
Were you able to go last time?
No, because my dad's job went on strike.
Oh yeah, I remember you telling the podcast that.
I remember taking a class talking about unions. It was a U.S. history class. And unions were basically people who went on strike demanding wages and all that. And then they had these funky people called the Pinkertons who would come in and shoot them with guns to make them work again.
Wow.
It's probably a broader coverage of it than what it actually was, but don't quote me on that.
That's pretty drastic.
Yeah.
I think it's been like 2 years since I've been on vacation, or a year, I don't know.
Yeah, I think my last vacation was my Disney trip. It was September 2018. That's the last time.
Disney rules everything.
Yeah, it's Legoland now.
Yeah.
I've actually never been to Legoland, but that'd be pretty lit.
Ooh, yeah. I've never been to Universal Studios either.
Yeah, same. The only like theme park I've been to was like Cedar Point and Kings Island, and then like Disneyland, and then Six Flags one time.
That's cool. Yeah, I've just been to all the parks in Disney World, and then I've been to Kings Island, which is next to Great Wolf Lodge.
I actually like Kings Island the best. What do you like?
I really liked Great Wolf Lodge. Actually, that was like my childhood vacation. We went there like 10 times.
Wow.
Yeah, it was so much fun. It was like the closest thing I thought it was like the closest thing to heaven.
It was like a euphoria for you.
Yeah. And then one day I thought, hey, what if I built this on Minecraft? And I did.
You didn't make like 1,000 views or something.
Yeah, I just checked. It's got like 13,000 views now.
Wow, that's crazy.
With like 60 comments. It's incredible.
Wow.
That's probably my most viewed video is Great Wolf Lodge in Minecraft.
Maybe you have a talent for architecture.
Yeah, that's what I've been thinking since then. Like, what if I could be an architect? The only thing is it'd take a lot of schooling.
Oh yeah, I would like to be a therapist, but that takes a lot of schooling, and frankly, I'm not really a student.
I took a psychology class. I could be eligible for therapy.
Really?
Maybe.
It'd be kind of funny to see Wolcamophone as a therapist.
Wolcamophone.
Yeah.
At first I thought it was Wolcamophone.
Yeah, me too. I thought it was like, yeah, I thought it was something similar to that.
It's Wolcamo.
Is that like a Russian name?
No, a Wolcamophone is like it's an instrument. It's like a mix between a violin and a trumpet.
Wow, that sounds beautiful.
It's not.
What?
It's actually a pretty messy sound.
So why do you name yourself after that instrument?
It's like one of those really obscure instruments. It's like not many people know about it, like the hurdy-gurdy.
Or like a didgeridoo?
A hurdy-gurdy is pretty much like it's like an automatic violin, I want to say. It's like you crank a wheel with a lever, and it like plays strings.
I actually went to like Guitar Center a few weeks ago to get a Tibetan bowl, and dude, they actually sold didgeridoos there.
Didgeridoos are easy. All you gotta do is get some PVC piping.
Yeah, but it was like, I don't know, it was like fancy. Like it had all these like Indian carvings on it.
I went to a school assembly once where they had some fake Australian guy trying to teach us how to do didgeridoos. And it was the most confusing thing. Now I'm thinking back on it, it gives me deja vu, because, like, he had this one bit where, like, he pretended he brought some, like, animals with him. He's like, oh, I got some animals from Australia, I gotta show you guys. But they were just stuffed animals he kept in a bag. Like a duffel bag. And that sounds like something I'd hear from, like, something I'd say at preschool or something. Now that I think about it. But yeah, he was the fakest Australian man.
How do you be
and I'm not sure what the point of the what?
How do you be a fake Australian? Like, how does that work?
You do a goofy Australian accent and you try to teach all those people in the assembly about what Australia is and the history of it. But
I'm kind of surprised.
But all the time, it's like your Australian accent isn't even that good, and then half the time you stutter, you slip up, and you accidentally say something like y'all.
That's kind of like surprising because nowadays if you fake an accent, like it'd be highly offensive.
Nah.
I don't know, there's like a big cultural appropriation in it, but I'm not really a big fan of it. Like I used to have like dreads and people would be like, oh, you can't, you're white. But if you want to wear a do-rag and you're like, I don't know, Asian or something, rock the do-rag. Like, I don't know. I think cultural appropriation is kind of like silly.
Yeah, and now you've heard of the wildfires going on now in Australia.
Yeah.
Like the wildfires literally everywhere in that land.
Very sad.
Yeah. And my dad's just thinking like, what'd they do to make God mad? Because I don't know. Because the wildfire is so intense. It's literally everywhere in the whole country.
So like, the weather is controlled by God's emotions.
I don't know.
I mean, it kind of makes sense. Like, maybe it's him expressing himself. Like, maybe like when it rains, like God is like crying or something. Like, you know, when there's a big like hurricane or something. That's how it would be.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
I feel like we should make a sleep podcast sometime.
A sleep
Like
podcast?
a podcast to sleep to. Like, it's just a random thought because my little brother, like, I always like walk past his room every night and he's always listening to it. He's always sleeping with a podcast in the background. It's like, wow, I can really help people sleep.
Yeah. I feel like the closest thing would get to time travel is basically falling asleep because like you're sleeping and then like you arrive only a few hours in the future and you can only go forward, you can't go back.
It kind of
I saw a meme once that was like, Sleep is just a time machine to breakfast.
Yeah,
It really is.
exactly.
Like, I was really bored today just waiting to go to Starbucks with someone, and then, like, I don't know, I just wanted to pass the time, so I went to sleep, and there was time.
Yeah. Like, I'm in the future. And then it's only a few hours and there's still no flying cars, and I'm like, dang it.
I've gotten, like, 12 hours of sleep, and, like, I had my contacts in the whole time. So now
You can
like,
only go forward. You can never go back.
Not with this time machine. Not with this TARDIS we stole back in 2019.
That's cheating, though.
But, actually, I believe how this time travel works is as you're traveling back, your present self from where you are living at, like, say if you're gone for 30 days, you can't go back to when you left. You have to go back, like, the 30 days, like, to the present time.
I wonder in the future,
I don't know if that makes sense, but
I wonder in the future if there's, like, TARDIS dealerships.
TARDIS dealerships?
Yeah, like, there's car dealerships, there has to be, like, TARDIS dealerships in the future.
Dude, I'd rather have a DeLorean time machine. Those are way cooler. But
Like,
Hey, let me try my bid again.
unfortunately, they didn't have a DeLorean. All they had was a freaking TARDIS.
do you know anything about this Cybertruck?
Oh yeah, the Elon Musk car.
Yeah, what do you think of the Cybertruck?
Looks like it looks like they made a 2-year-old an architect.
I almost made like a Tesla channel, like just talking about like Elon Musk and stuff. Cause like I don't know, I'm obsessed with like the Cybertruck and stuff. It's so interesting.
Or it's
You make too
trash.
many channels.
I do. I just deleted one.
You can only go forward, never back. There's probably a better chord for that.
I almost leaned back in my chair.
So, I don't know if you want to say this in the podcast about your boarding school. I mean, people are gonna wonder where I am anyway, so I might as well say it. Yeah.
So long story short, I will not be in the podcast for a long time, but I'm not quitting. Like I'm gonna come back, but basically like I'm not really in trouble or anything, but like I've just been dealing with like a lot of stuff emotionally and not doing well in
Guys, I think
school.
he's in trouble.
What?
What?
But anyways, basically, I'm gonna go to a boarding school for a year in like the Caribbean, so I'm kind of hyped. I'm low-key kind of hyped about it because the boarding school is in the Dominican Republic, and you know it's like, bro, it's like California or something, 'cause it's like really hot. But I'm low-key kind of sad though because like I won't be able to like do podcasts for like I don't know how long I'll be there. I could be there for like 6 months. I could be there for like a year. But yeah,
Yeah, and again, with this how this time travel works, like when we left, wasn't it like December something 2019?
yes.
And I'm looking at the current time from the dimension we left, and it's now currently January 15th, 2020 from this recording now.
Wait. So that was the first podcast?
Yeah, we were in December 2019.
Yeah. We definitely got to grind it out more. Like, it's
So-
like not for sure that I'm going because like money and stuff, but it's a strong possibility that I'm going.
Yeah. Well, if that's true, then we'll have to take a quick trip back to 2020 and drop you off. back in our dimension.
That'll be like this,
Unfortunately.
That'll be like the saddest episode. Like it'll be like the episode in Pokemon where Pikachu dies. It'll be like everybody.
But then they brought him back.
Yeah, but then a year later I'll come back and it'll be like everybody will be so hyped.
They gathered the 7 Dragon Balls and brought him back.
Or what if that's like, that could be like a final episode, is like, get as many peeps as you want for one podcast. It'll be like Endgame, everyone comes out of portals or something.
Yeah, like we bring like Sam and like Michael and Luke.
Ty.
Yeah, that'd be kind of
Lame.
lit. But that might be kind of overwhelming because everybody would be like talking over each other.
Oh, he's doing the Avengers now. I heard. I could tell that was the Avengers, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe or what if we turn it into like a 2-hour long podcast where like
Today?
Well, no, for the final episode where we will have basically how this is gonna work is like for like every little bit of each of like the whole 2 hours is gonna be different people and guests.
Oh yeah, I got you. That'd be pretty cool actually. But it probably won't be the final. It'll probably just be like the final season.
Or yeah, it could be like a big season finale.
Like I know I'm definitely not gonna get sick of podcasts because where I'm going like is like no electronics whatsoever. Like you can FaceTime people twice a week, but like you can't like do podcasting, you can't do YouTube, you can't look at memes, you can't listen to music. It is like bruh, kind of like.
Speaking of guest star, I'm gonna have to dip soon.
Oof.
Sorry to leave you all hanging.
That was majestic, Lane.
Where are you gonna travel to next then?
I think he left.
He left? Oh.
For real.
We lost his call.
It's kind of funny that's how he dipped on us.
Yeah. So,
He's a funny person.
yeah. So yeah, that'll be the season finale for the podcast is, I'll get like little segments. Could last almost 2 hours maybe. And then that'll be it for the time travel show. The only idea I do for season 2 is either we could go even further into the past or we could go into the future. That's the only possibilities it'd be for these. And plus with my editing skills I'm getting better at doing these. So
yeah,
as like
I re-listened to some of the podcasts and it was like really good editing. I liked it.
yeah, like as it's like almost as we keep going to each episode, like I'm like you can like see how I'm evolving and learning on editing. So like the episodes just keep getting better and better. Like that last one with Michael and Luke, that was a good episode because like one thing about that is they talked louder, which made it better because you can hear them better.
Yeah, I'm kind of quiet. I just have like a very quiet voice.
Yeah, so that tells me like if you want to do a podcast, you gotta have a kind of loud type voice so people can like hear you a little better, especially with like music in it, because like the music I add in, sometimes it can be a little too loud or a little too quiet, and I think that would solve the problem is just try to talk louder in these podcasts.
Doesn't it kind of seem like when I need to be loud, I'm super quiet, but then when we're like in a place where we can't be so loud, like I'm really loud.
Yeah. But anyways, that's. I guess this is basically like the little update segment of what's going on.
Yeah, but it's not for sure. Like, it's just a strong possibility.
Yeah. But anyways, back to the 1970s.
Yeah, we don't want to get all in our feelings.
Yeah, no, we're here in 1970s. We're continuing this time travel.
Yeah, we get.
Well, at least I know I am. I don't know about you yet. So, let's see. I know there's some shows in the 70s as well.
Like the Andy Griffith show, maybe.
No, Andy Griffith. I think that was the 60s.
Yeah, I really don't know my TV back then.
Yeah, everything was black. Was not. Everything was still in color in the 70s. It was the like early 60s when everything was black and white.
I know the first movie ever made, I think, was like the Dorothy thing.
Yeah, it's like a really short. I think it was like a really short silent film. It was
I think the first movie in sound was like that. I don't know what it's called, but it was like that movie with the lion and the Tin Man. You know what I'm talking about?
Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
No. No, there were movies made way earlier than that. I think I watched this video about this guy doing a movie review or something, and he said the first ever film was about this guy at a train station, and it only lasted a few seconds. That's literally the whole film. It's like you go from that and compare it to a movie now, like Endgame, for example. You can really see the big change with technology and all. That makes you wonder, like, what's next? What else are they gonna add? Like, it could be, I don't know. Well, if it's like more, wonder if like, I know there's like 3D movies. There's a 4D where apparently you can smell what they're smelling in the film.
Oh yeah, like they had that at Disney World.
Yeah. What if there's a thing called 5D? What would that be about?
Where you like feel it.
Yeah.
That'd actually be pretty cool.
Yeah. But I wouldn't know if I wanted to do that though, because
like
it
if
depends.
the character gets shot.
I wouldn't say that extreme, but like it depends on the situation, I believe. Like, what if it's rated R and it's like, you know,
I think it's like terrible.
Like you definitely don't want to go to those. But for like the PG movies though, like SpongeBob, like what if you're underwater, you can like feel
Or you can
the
like
water.
smell the Krabby Patties.
Yeah, you can smell the Krabby Patties. You can literally feel the water. Now that would be cool.
Alright, that's it. We gotta call up an engineer after this.
Yeah. We'd have to go to but we have to go back to the future to do that.
I kinda like the olden times. They're very simple and there's not that much anxiety because no social media and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Like
I would definitely stay here.
That's why I don't really care for social media. Like I've always despised Snapchat, and Twitter is iffy. But I use Instagram though.
To be honest, it really depends like on who you follow because social media can be a tool. Like if you're like friends with like a lot of positive people, like it can definitely like be beneficial. But if you're just friends with like people who talk about politics, it's just meant to destroy you.
Right.
Like me and David, like we're just friends with like meme pages, so it's kind of beneficial for us because I mean.
Yeah, but half the memes though aren't even that good.
They're not even memes.
Yeah, there's a lot of offensive and dark humor stuff.
But they make us laugh, so it's not
Yep.
too harmful for us. If anything, it's beneficial.
Yeah. So yeah, that's, yeah. Basically, moral of the story is, just be careful with what you do on social media, because it could destroy you.
Yeah.
And I know when I say this, experience is definitely the best teacher. From what I've learned from experience, it's definitely taught me after some of the things I have done, like with offensive, like I used to post offensive memes and all that, and then yeah, the outcome wasn't that very positive.
Yeah.
So I finally decided to change.
Yeah, I think we've changed a lot since then.
Yeah, like now I have Christ in my life, and I've like slowly started to be more positive.
Yeah.
So yeah, things have really gotten for the upswing, especially in like 2019. But I mean, the fall of 2019 and the winter of 2019, I guess it was, if I give it a 1 out of 10, probably either 5 or 6. But during the summertime, it was a definite maybe 7 or 8. I don't know, there's something about the summertime that just makes you feel more joyful.
Maybe because there's no school and like you don't have to worry about like homework or grades, and like if you get bullied you don't have to worry about the bullies.
Well, it's not just that, like it's like the weather outside too, like it's like 70, 80 degrees outside.
Like you can just hit up the pool whenever you want.
Yeah, you can go in the pool, relax, all that. It is very nice. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to going back to summer again. But I'm also looking forward to the springtime too. I've always liked spring. Especially like if you're in Gatlinburg during the spring or fall, like if you look in like the mountains, it's probably the most gorgeous time to go. Like the site is really beautiful.
In the summer?
Well, no, not in the summer, but like the fall. That's why we were gonna go in the fall, because the view is so pretty.
I remember me and my brother went like hillbilly golfing and he chucked it all the way off the mountain.
Oh yeah. I remember I went on a Ripley's Haunted Adventure, and that's so, I was so terrified in there. I think I started crying too. I was like 10 years old. I went in there with my dad, and there was another haunted place I was gonna do, but then I chickened out, obviously.
Yeah, I'm not much into horror stuff either.
Yeah. I don't know if I'll like dare myself to do that again.
Like, it's like, if me and a girl were watching a movie, she'd be the one protecting me.
Yeah.
Like, I'd be like, please hug me, I'm scared.
Yeah, that'd be pretty embarrassing.
Yeah, I feel like it's happened before.
Yeah. Yeah, so
The most horror I really can get is like, Planet of the Apes or like
Planet of the Apes.
Sharknado. Like, I really am a pansy when it comes to horror
Sharknado. I think the only reason I watched that because wrestlers had been on that before. And that was when I really liked wrestling before it got so trash. I don't even know what's going on now. I haven't followed up for like a month. Almost 2, actually.
Are you like sad about it, or is it just something you outgrew?
Honestly, I am a little sad about it.
It's like what you grew up with.
Well, in a way, yeah, like, I've only watched it for about like 3 years. But yeah, like, nothing will beat 2016. Probably my favorite wrestling year by far.
Why is that?
It was when I really started getting into it, and it was when everything seemed more fun at the time. Like, they didn't have part-timers as champions. Brock Lesnar. And then they didn't have these stupid, like, romantic couple relationship type storylines.
Oh yeah, that makes me cringe.
Yeah. Like, it was actual wrestling. It was actually fun. I'll never forget my first trip to Monday Night Raw. It was for the 4th of July in 2016. It was on a Monday night. That was the first time I went there. It was the Bankers Life Fieldhouse, I believe it was called. The name of the arena.
Stadium.
Yeah, it was in Indianapolis. Or wait, no, that wasn't Indianapolis. It was Columbus, Ohio. I apologize. And it was a nationwide arena. What?
Oh, I was just gonna say, I've seen like commercials, and WWE's kind of turned into a soap opera.
Yeah, exactly. Like you've probably seen like SmackDown on Fox Sports.
Yeah.
I noticed they showed that a lot.
Now it's like something that would not be on Fox Sports. It's kind of like, now it's like something that'd be in the Hallmark Channel.
Yeah. But yeah, the first... I'll never forget that first episode of Friday Night SmackDown. That was... Yeah. It was, I think this was in September or October of 2019. It was basically the start of like a new SmackDown. And anyways, the opening segment was Baron Corbin, Becky Lynch, and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. And The Rock would constantly talk for like 25 minutes. And he's like taking away TV time for other wrestlers. Because he wasn't even supposed to talk that long. They were probably saying like, alright Rock, that's enough. Get backstage, we gotta start some wrestling. And he was still rambling on about something. Even though they said, Rock, dang it, come on. You gotta start the next thing. And I bet you that's what they were doing. Because it was so ridiculous. I didn't even like this segment either. It was so stupid. They just name calling the bad guy, as always. I mean, yeah, some people probably like that.
I don't know much about like WWE, but I know it's always been like, it always had to have a little bit of drama in it, because like it is called Worldwide Entertainment, and
or World Wrestling Entertainment.
yeah, and like, you know, like moms and stuff walk past the room and like it's like you gotta have some interesting for everybody. And, you know, human nature likes drama. Like you deny it, but human nature.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it loves drama, so they had to put drama in it.
That's right. Now, yeah, there's like rivalries, obviously, like feuds and all, but like the type of drama where it's like all about relationships, yeah, those are the worst. If you want drama, don't do that, because those are never good, especially the one they're doing now. I don't want to talk about it too much because, I don't know, it has something to do with what I believe and I don't want to get into it.
Yeah, I got you.
Because I feel like if I say something, somebody in the comments could start something, or we start to like get some thumbs down or whatever, and we start to lose views. I don't want to do that just because I ranted about something.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's probably best to stay mindful and like.
Yeah, or just talk about it like when you're not recording. Like keep it off the internet. Whatever you want to rant about.
Yeah, like even I don't really talk about religious things either because like.
Yeah.
A lot of people kind of disagree with like my religion.
Yeah, same with mine too. Like the only time I'll probably ever talk about it is if I ever start doing sermons sometime.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'd kind of like to be a monk. Like, you just get paid to meditate all day. And like, you get free food and stuff. Like, why would you not want to meditate? Why would you not want to get free food? I mean,
yeah.
you just get, it'd be my ideal thing. Like, you get paid to sit in silence all day.
Yeah. But anyways, I think we got way off topic of this episode.
Yeah, we got off topic of sci-fi.
Yeah, I feel like we keep going off topic every time.
I've talked to
most
people.
of the time. Yeah.
I was talking to somebody at an art gallery, like, cause I do photography, and like I do photography for a certain art gallery in Cherubusco, and I was talking to somebody there that does a podcast too, and he said like he always gets off topic and it's just part of the podcast. Like,
here, I'm gonna look up some historical events that happened in the 1970s.
okay.
Now, but this will have nothing to do with politics, though. We'll keep that away from this podcast. So, I'm looking at some news and key events from 1970. There was a cyclone in Bangladesh that killed 500,000 people.
Wow, when I think of cyclone, like for some reason I think of like some giant cyborg. Is it just me, or is
I'm thinking like it's similar to a hurricane.
like for some reason I think of a cyborg or a cyclops.
That's funny. And yeah, there was an earthquake in Peru. Killed 67,000 people. That's when we get to the what if part. What if all that never happened? Then,
I don't really think how it could have changed. Like, has Peru impacted society?
I mean, I don't even really know what Peru is, honestly.
It's like some, I don't know, some country, but I don't think it would have really affected society because we always go through like natural disasters and society still goes on.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. There's some TV programs at the time. There was the Brady Bunch.
I've never seen that before.
I know that's a really popular show. But yeah, Happy Days. My mom used to watch that. You know, Sunday, Monday, Happy Days. Tuesday, Wednesday, Happy Days. Thursday, Friday, Happy Days. And then oh yeah, Charlie's Angels. My dad likes that. He likes Jacqueline Smith. That was one of his celebrity crushes.
I think my celebrity crush has still been Kim Kardashian for since the 8th grade. I just had a thing for her or something.
Yeah. I like Natalie Portman. From the first Thor movie.
Or Bella Thorne.
Bella
pretty
Thorne.
fine. Yeah, she's pretty fine.
Not bad. But The MASH, that was another popular show. You probably never heard of any of these.
Yeah, I've heard of MASH. It's like some military show.
Yeah, I never got into MASH.
I know all of what you're talking about besides Happy Days.
But yeah, I'm basically naming all the shows I've heard of. Oh yeah, Mork and Mindy. That's the show Robin Williams was in.
Haven't heard of that though.
But yeah, he's the guy. He's the voice of the genie from the first Aladdin. Not the live action. It's not Will Smith. Let's look at some movies from the 1970s. Or what was hot in movies in the 1970s? Oh, Jaws came out?
Wait, that was in the 70s?
Yeah.
I thought that was in the 80s. It actually had some pretty good shows. Movies back then.
Let's see, we got a couple horror. There's The Godfather. Never saw that.
Star Wars.
Oh, Star Wars A New Hope. That came out in the 70s.
I can't believe that was the 70s. It's still living on today.
That's cool. And let's see. Oh yeah, the first Rocky movie.
Wow.
I've seen that. Oh yeah, 1978. The first Halloween.
I remember
With Michael Myers. Yeah, I watched those, but I never really liked those. I thought those were too creepy.
What happened in movies? They were so good back
Oof.
then.
Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Hey.
That movie is so bizarre. It's got a bunch of British humor. It's a hilarious movie.
I kind of like British humor better than American humor. It's just not as raunchy. It's stuff I actually get.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I think That Town with No Name I was playing, that I think that's also has some British humor.
Mr. Bean, great British comedian.
Oh yeah, Mr. Bean. I've watched a little bit of him. Yeah, he's also really funny. The first Superman came out with Christopher Reeve. I've seen that. Oh yeah, Blazing Saddles.
Oh no.
That's pretty controversial movie. It's kind of a racist movie, but it's supposed to be a funny type racist movie. Willy Wonka came out in 1971.
I've never gotten into Willy Wonka. I tried watching 6 times in my life, but I never really got into it.
Yeah.
I think the influenza scared me as a kid.
Oh yeah.
Probably thought they were getting.
I just thought they were weird looking.
And I remember the tunnel also scared me.
Oh yeah. Imagine a 10-hour non-stop going through that.
That'd be scary.
But then at the end, you get this big prize. What would the prize be?
Probably chocolate.
Have to be something reasonable, something that people would go in for. Lifetime supply of Mountain Dew.
Yeah, or free Minecraft.
Yeah, free Minecraft. A world without Fortnite. or maybe a bit ton of cash. I could see people getting in for that.
I know it's the 70s, but what would society be like if Fortnite was never invented? Like, our IQ would be like so high, probably.
Yeah, they're probably. I wonder, maybe there'd be more Minecraft players because, like, since Fortnite wasn't a thing, like, what if some people just ended up going back to Minecraft, like, and there's more Minecraft. And speaking of that, Minecraft actually beat Fortnite for popular movie or most popular game of 2019.
Dude, isn't like Minecraft movie coming out this year? I mean, in 2020.
I don't know. I've never heard a Minecraft movie, but I know there's a Sonic the Hedgehog coming out.
Ooh, I thought that already came out.
No, they had to change the animation because the first Sonic with the Gangster's Paradise music, nobody liked that. Everyone really cringed and everyone made memes about it, so they changed it and it's better now.
I feel like we should all support Sonic just because like the animators care about us so much that they would just change their whole animation just to please their fans.
Yeah.
Like that's some like Sonic is some dedicated animators.
Yeah, that looks like something I would go and see too, like, because it's about video. He's from a video game.
Dude, I loved Sonic as a kid.
That also reminds me, is there gonna be a Mario movie too, with all the Super Mario characters? They could do that.
They already have a TV show of Mario.
Yeah. But they never made a movie, though. Also, there's another SpongeBob movie coming out.
Oh, dang.
It's also about finding Gary. Gary, no, I know. I was wrong. I messed up, and now you're gone. Wah, wah, wah. Wah, wah, wah.
Wow, wow, wow.
Gary, I'm sorry I neglected you. Oh, I never expected you to run away and leave me feeling this empty. Your meow right now would feel like music to me. Please go home, 'cause I miss you, Gary. Gary, come home. Gary, come home. Gary, come home.
Dude, I feel like this podcast has turned into a musical with the guitar and singing. Dude, we should make
It really has.
Before we go into the...
But it makes this podcast so groovy, and that's what that defines the 1970s.
Like, before, like, I, like, freeze myself for a year and come back, we gotta make a musical.
Yeah.
Because why not we could be the first to make a podcast musical.
Oh, that reminds me. I was gonna make a parody of Back to the Future. It was gonna be called Back to the Butcher.
That'd be pretty funny. I'd watch.
Yeah. Like, I was gonna have you, like, help me with film. It's gonna be like a film. I just get as many friends as you can for a film.
Definitely would help out.
Yeah, but the only problem is you might be gone for a year.
Yeah, you might be.
It'll definitely feel like a year going through all this time travel.
Yeah, but I'll come back. It might not be a year. Like it might be like 6 months or something. But
yeah. So you could be back by sometime in the summer, maybe. Like,
I don't know. It really just.
maybe June or July.
Well, I can't really talk about why I'm going. Like, it's kind of personal, but I mean, it really just.
Or we could,
depends.
you could just leave that off podcast.
Yeah. Like, I'll just say why. Yeah, I'll talk about it later. But, anyways, what kind of food was invented in the 70s?
I look it up in the super old computer.
Wow, that is a dusty computer.
Yeah.
Can make like an ASMR. God, so many ideas for podcasts, like ASMR podcast, musical
foods and
podcast.
Bottle caps were invented.
Oh wow.
Charms, blow pops, and others. Fun dip. There are pop rocks.
I never dug pop rocks. Like, they always irritated me.
There's a York peppermint patty. Get the sensation. And then everlasting gobstoppers. I got that because of Willy Wonka one time. There's Jelly Bellies. Yeah, it says there's more. I never knew they had ring pops back then too. Reese's Pieces. Oh my goodness, they have some foods in here that I didn't even know it existed at the time.
Laffy Taffy.
Laffy Taffy, yeah, they got that too. Wow. These are all like candies, this list. I guess that's all they invented was candies in the 70s. Everything must have stayed the same until sometime in the past where they actually made something. Like, that's another cool thing about going back is how they invented these foods like pizza,
Dude, I
burgers.
want to go back to when pizza was made.
Yeah, or like how all the pastas were made.
Like, I probably said this on a podcast before. I think I'm having deja vu. But, like, dude, the first pizza was probably disgusting. Like, it probably took many attempts for it to taste good.
Yeah, it could have been. I believe pizza came from Italy, I believe. Because I don't know. You ever seen Everybody Loves Raymond?
Yeah, I'm really little, I think.
There's this episode. There's like a 2-episode part. They were in Italy and Raymond ate this pizza and he said it tasted super fantastic. It tasted a lot better than the pizza they make in America. And that makes me wonder, like, yeah, this must have came from Italy. Like all these pasta, like spaghetti, Alfredo, and pizza, because you can get all those at like Italian restaurants. So obviously, it's from Italy and Europe. That'd actually be nice to go to Italy.
Yeah, I really would.
That'd be like the only other continent I'd like to go besides America is Europe. Europe seems interesting. You can go see the Eiffel Tower, Leaning Tower of Pisa, or what else is there? I don't know, there's Scotland, you got your Ireland, you got Switzerland, and then Germany, and there's French, Italian, you got,
Dude, I want to take a trip to India for some reason.
India.
I don't know why, just they have cool artifacts and stuff. Like Kyoto, Japan. I want to take.
Are you still working on your Indonesian accent?
Let's go to the quick market.
This reminds me.
I don't want to like say anything.
This reminds me of this one podcast.
Oh,
That
yeah.
one podcast.
I'm terrible.
Lane just yelled those two words. I'm not gonna say them.
I don't say it.
But for all you dank memers out there, you probably know what I'm talking about.
It's not really an Indian thing, but I'm not gonna say. I'm gonna say no more.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm getting started.
Yeah, me too.
This pot, we're basically done with this anyways. We're past 5 minutes, past an hour. So, this has been interesting, I guess. I wouldn't say as fun as the 80s, but it was still pretty interesting.
Yeah, we had some good talks.
Yeah. I feel like the 60s I'll catch more interest and really looking forward to that. So,
Dude,
yeah.
we go to the 60s. I want to get up Woodstock.
Oh, yeah. Alright, so I guess that's a wrap for now. I've been Dave the Butcher,
Hey, your boy Mazzi.
and hopefully he'll be here for a few more podcasts. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll just have to wait and see when he goes. So, yeah,
Peace out, beautiful souls.
time machine's up. We'll see you guys in the 60s.